Okay, next problem. So we have here a built-up. Medyo mali lang yung figure. Dapat naka-hidden lines to, no? Okay, so determine the actual compressive strength, ASD and LRFD of the built-up column section A572 with the grade 50 or FY 345 megapascal steel with PL 6 by 380 web and PL 25 by 200 flanges. As shown in the figure, the column length is 4.5 meters and assume the member is hinged at top and at the bottom for backlit in either the principal direction. Okay, so this is W section and a built-up member, so we have to check the limit state based on the flexural buckling and torsional and torsional flexural. Ang dalawang limit state niyan kapag W section na built up, no? So it was discussed from the previous topic of previous meeting, no? Okay. So this is I section, pero doubly symmetric naman siya. Yes, doubly symmetric, pero built up siya. Okay, so we cannot look for the material section properties nito from the standards kasi ginagawa lang natin itong section na to just to make a letter I. No? So therefore, first you have to solve the material section properties. Okay, such as, okay, so of course, okay, we have the total depth, letter T. Okay, so paano naging 430 yan? So anyway, as mentioned from problem, so we are going to use 6 by 380 na web. So this is 380, yung total length niya. Okay, and then the thickness is only 6 mm. And then for flanges, gumawa tayo class ng flanges na using the thickness of 25 mm and 200 na width or na length. Okay, so kaya ito ang total nito 380 plus dalawang 25. Okay, yung kabilaan. So the total depth is 430. Okay. So we have now the D. Okay, baka kailanganan kasi natin yan mamaya, no? So next is the base flange. So automatically that's 200 millimeter. Okay. So next is the thickness ng flange. Okay, ito yung magiging flange natin, 25 mm. Of course, the thickness of the web, okay, this web, no, 6 millimeters. Okay, the H, okay, so we also need the H. Recall natin, no? So from a W section, may ganito kasi yun. Pag ganyan siya, may pa-curve dito. Tapos pag ganyan. From standard section. Okay. So, to get the value of H, so ito po yung H doon. Okay, so H, okay, is equal to, okay, total depth. Okay, total depth, ma-minusan mo ng K des. Minusan natin ang K des. Okay, so that is for standard section, no? However, for a built-up section, wala ka ng ganito class. Yan, hindi mo na kailangan solve yan. Wala kang K des. So automatically, sagad-sagad yung H yan dito. Okay. Yun na yung H natin. Okay, sagad-sagad na yan class. So, technically, yung H dyan is ito, yung 380 millimeters. So, yun na po yung H again. Okay. So, iba siya pag standard yung section, no? Kasi may KDES pa doon. But for this, sagad-sagad siya hanggang taas ng flange, top and bottom flanges. So, next is area of the gross. I-add lang naman natin yung class. Okay, so, we have 6 by 380 and 2 na 200 by 25. Okay, so the area of gross is 12,280 square millimeters. Okay, yan, no? Next, of course, since this is symmetrical, okay, doubly symmetric, the centroid is we can already locate its centroid unless hindi siya pantay, no? So you have to perform the Varigdon's theorem, no? Just to locate the centroid of this W section. Or I, pala, letter I. Di pala natin siya pwedeng tawagin W, no? Kasi hindi naman siya from standard. Letter I section. So it is already located, no? Doon sa pinakagitna, since doubly symmetric to, pantay, no? So unless baguhin mo yung width ng flange dito, hindi na siya papatay. So you have to locate its centroid na, no? Isa-solve mo pa siya. So let's solve the moment of inertia about the x-axis. So the moment of inertia about the x-axis, pwede nating hatiin siya sa tatlong area. Kasi magta-transfer formula tayo dito, guys. Or depende sa solution mo eh, no? Kasi yung overall centroid natin nandito. Then we have two rectangular areas. This one, fortunately, its centroid is located, coincides with the overall centroids, with the neutral axis, x neutral axis. No? You don't need to transfer. Unfortunately, this two area does not coincide, the centroid of that one. Also, this one does not coincide with our neutral axis at x. Okay. So you need to transfer formula. You need to perform transfer formula. Okay, kasi may distance diyan. Okay? So gawin natin class, no? Ito muna yung hindi na ita-transfer kasi nag-coincide na yung kanyang centroid, sariling centroid with the neutral axis. Okay, so of course that is B. Yan, no? 6 siya. B. H natin dyan is 3 cube over 12 plus. Ito na ita-transfer natin. Okay? So, dalawa, no? Dalawa. Kasi parehas lang naman yan. So, taas tsaka sa baba. Okay, B natin. Again, this is your B parallel to the axis. Okay, B natin is 200. H cube over 12. Ano nga yung formula? Okay, Ix plus area d squared. Ix plus area d squared. Okay, yan po yung formula natin for transfer formula. So, okay, so we need to get the distance dito. Okay. Yan yung naka-square na to. Okay, so again, b h cube over 12, b h cube over 12 plus area 200 times 25. Okay. Ano ba yung distance na to? So, galing tong 380 over 2. Of course, this one, kalahati yan ng 380 mula dito. Papunta doon sa flange. Okay, this is 380 over 2. Yan. 380 over 2. Plus, papunta ka sa gitna nito eh. Okay, transfer mo yung centroid niya, punta doon sa overall neutral axis natin or centroid. So, kaya nag-plus 25 over 2 pa dito. Okay, so to calculate that, so that is equal to, okay, ayan. So, 438, pwede natin i-engineering notation to. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So anyway, i-store mo rin naman yung value na yan. Okay? So we have another technique to calculate the moment of inertia about neutral axis without transferring it. Kahit di natin i-transfer. So ganito na gagawin natin class. Gagawin natin siyang solid rectangle. Buong rectangle. Tapos lalagyan natin siya ng, ito muna, kunin natin yung moment of inertia ng buong rectangle na yan class. Okay, so moment of inertia yan. So ito na yung magiging, okay, paparehas lang yung sagot dito, no? With this method. So binuo natin, ha? Okay. So kasi yung centroid ng buo na to, coincide with the neutral axis. Okay, coincide na siya. So, hindi mo na ita-transfer. Ito, 200. So, kunin natin yung moment of inertia niya. 200 BH. Ito, 430. 430 cube. Buo buong rectangle over 12. Plus. Okay. Sorry. Di pala plus. Minus. Kasi may butas dito. Okay, as you can see here, ito, wala naman talaga to. So, ima-minus natin yun doon sa nakuha natin. Okay, take note class, yung area na to, parehas lang din doon sa kabila. Ito dito. Yan. Okay, so ima-minus natin yung area na yan, kaya times 2. So, minus 2. Okay. As you can see, yung butas na yan class, yung centroid niya coincide with the neutral axis. So once its own centroid coincide with the neutral axis, you don't have to use transfer formula. Hindi ka na mag-AD squared. Okay, so ito na lang focus natin. Ano ba length na ito, guys? Yung kalahati na to. Okay, so that is 200. Okay, minus, may 6 kasi dito eh. Ito, 6 to eh. Yung manipis na to. 200 minus 6 divided by 2. So, ilan po yun? 200 minus 3 na lang. So, 100 minus 3, 97. No? Tama ba? 200 minus 6 divided by 2, 97. So, 97 na lang yung dimension nito. Yun yung B natin. So, B, 97. Anong H natin? Yung height na itong butas. Which is 380. 380 cube over 12. Times 2 kasi dalawa yan magkabilang butas. So, tignan natin kung parehas yung sagot dun sa ating nakuha dito. No? So, may answer na kasi tayo dito. Ayan, no? Okay. So, we have 200 times 430 cube over 12. Okay, plus, minus pala, sorry. Minus ako kasi butas. Minus 2 times 97 times 380 cube over 12. Okay, so answer, yan. Same na same class. 438019333.3. Okay. Same na same lang yan class. Okay, so, kahit din sa dalawa, same na. Pero I prefer using this type. So, kasi mas mabilis siya i-solve. Now we have the IX. Next natin is IY. Okay? So, IY naman is axis. So, siguro mas kapalan natin. Mas madaling makita. Okay. So, dito, wag na natin siyang gawin buo minus ng butas kasi doon ka magta-transfer. No? Lalong magta-transfer ka pa doon. So, gawin na lang natin ganito, class. Hatiin natin sa tatlong rectangle. Ito na yung y-axis natin. So, tatlong rectangle. So, observe natin yung tatlong rectangle na yun kung yung own centroid nila nasa overall neutral axis. Ito yung neutral axis natin na bago. Okay. Doon muna tayo sa area 1. Dito muna sa web. Obviously, yung centroid niya coincide with the y-axis. You don't have to transfer. So, magbi-b, h cube ka na lang over 12. Ito yung h mo dyan. How about this rectangle? Of course, yung centroid niya coincide with the neutral axis. So, b, h cube over 12. Ito yung b mo parallel sa axis kung saan ka mag-moment of inertia. Okay, you don't have to transfer it kasi nga yung own centroid niya coincide with the neutral axis. Wala nang transfer na mangyari. Okay, hindi na rin tayo nagbuo minus ng butas. Okay, kasi pag ginawa mo yun, tingnan mo, buo. Yes, hindi mo siya transfer. Pero yung butas mo, tingnan mo, nasa yung centroid niya. Ito. Okay, ita-transfer mo pa siya papunta dito. Pangit pag ginanon mo siya. Okay. So, pangit siya about the y-axis. Maganda lang siya about the x-axis. So, yan. So, okay. Yung rectangle mo na sa loob. Okay. Again, yung B mo dyan is 380 and then this is your H. Okay. B is parallel to the axis. So, BH cube over 12. Ito naman, rectangle. Okay. Yung B mo dito is 25. No? Yung thickness. Yung H mo is 200. Times 2 natin. Kasi dalawang flange yan. Okay, so the IY is equal to 333,401,73.333 millimeter squared. So, meron tayo IX and IY. Store na natin yan. Store natin sa A, store natin sa B, para hindi mahaba tina-type. Okay. Store sa A and B siya. Then, we can now solve the Rx and then the Ry, radius of gyration about the X and Y axis. So, for the X axis, so since you store this at A, the Ix, for area of gross, this is your area of gross, no? 12,000. Okay, so we have the Rx, which is equal to 188.863. Store system. Next, Ry, square root ng Iy over the area of the gross. Okay, so store sa B. We have the Iy, which is for the B. Then area of gross, store na lang natin to ng sa D. So medyo maraming store tayo dito, no? Marami tayong value na dapat i-store. Especially if you want your answer to be exact. No? Dapat yung intermediate solution mo should be stored. Okay. So store natin to sa C and D, Rx and Ry. Next, since we still have a letter I, and we can still check the width to thickness ratio of this member kasi that is still applicable doon sa NSCP provision. So if we're going to check this, so this is also, so for letter I, is 1. Okay, so for letter I, so under 502.4.1, so ito po yun, for lecture pala to, for compression, no? Ito, dito tayo built up. Okay. Ito kasi po for ano to, for hot roll. So for standard sections. So for built up, so this is how you compare the value of the width to thickness ratio, and then ito yung pang-compare natin para malaman kung slender or non-slender. So we have 0.64 kc E over Fy. Okay, so medyo may bago tayo dito, kc. Pero nandito naman yan sa footnote. Okay, or dito sa note, no? Kc is equal to 4 over square root ng h over tw. So, kailangan na natin tong case number 4 na to, class. Okay, so dun sa flange. Flange kasi ang chine-check natin dito, no? Ayan, no? Uniform compression in flange of built up I section. Kasi unstiffened element ang flange, diba? So, we already discussed the difference between the unstiffened and stiffened. The web is stiffened. When say unstiffened, unsupported yung other side niya. No? As you can see here, unsupported ito, pero ito supported. So this one is unstiffened element. Ito ay stiff element. Supported both ends. So, ayan, so we have to check the B over T niya. Okay, so to get the B, ito kasi tinutukoy ito ni code na B no? Kalahati ng flange, kaya meron tayong B over 2. Yun yung B. Okay, ano naman yung T? Yung thickness ng flange. Kita naman yan dito sa picture kung ano yung tinutukoy na mga parts. Okay, so B over T. So, of course, substitute, we have the base flange, 200. Okay, maya na. Compare natin siya dito, no? 0.64 KCE over Fy. KCE over Fy. Okay. So for web naman, may na natin substitute. Tingnan muna natin magagamitin nating provision. So for web, so let's go to the stiffened element. Okay, stiffened element. Okay, uniform compression of web, doubly symmetric I shape. Okay, doubly symmetric, no? Okay, ito kasi pang flexure to. So for doubly symmetric, okay, ito ang gagamitin natin. I shape doubly symmetric. So we compare the H over TW doon sa 1.49 E over Fy. So for web, so H over TW, H, no? So again, you have the H here. So na yun? Ito, 380. And then the thickness of the web. Compare natin sa 1.49. Square root of E over the Fy. Okay, so B over 2TF. Dito na muna tayo sa flange. So B over 2TF, is that equal to 4? Okay, so B over T. So kalahati ng 200, so 100 over the thickness niyan is 25. Oh, tama, 4 nga. So 4. So, okay, so 0.64 KCE. Wala pa tayong KC, pero the value of KC is 4 over H over TW. Okay, square root of H over TW. H natin, nandito naman yan sa, okay, na-solve na natin, TW. Okay, so ito yung lalabas dyan. Pero merong note dyan sa NSCP. Okay, so dapat na ang value ng KC ay, wala. So the value of KC shall not be taken. Okay. So, eto no, greater than 0.76. At hindi pwede siya bumaba sa 0.35. Okay, ano ba ang nakuha natin? Hindi siya pwedeng bumaba sa 0.35 and hindi siya pwedeng tumaas sa 0.76. If your answer is 0.8, take 0.76. If your answer is 0.3, use 0.35. Na, pero if your answer is in between the two values, use as is, no? Yun na. Ano nakuha mo doon? Ano ba nakuha dito? 0.503. In between naman siya. So as is na yung gagamitan natin. 0.503. Okay, that is your KC. So substitute. Ito lalabas dyan. Sa lambda R natin. Okay, ito yung pang-compare natin para malaman kung slender. If the value of this if this value exceeds with this one, that's the case na magiging slender ka na. Okay? So, magiging slender na yung element. Pero nag-exceed ba? Hindi naman, no? 4 is still less than 10.925. Okay, less than naman siya. So, yun, no? Non-slender. Less than siya. Non-slender element. Okay. So next, yung web naman class. So ito madali lang i-compare kasi you don't have to solve KC and other factors pa. So mamaya balikan natin tong QS na to. No? What does it means? Anyways, so 0.63 ang H over TW. We're going to solve this. H over thickness ng web, that is 63. And then lambda R, okay, solve natin. Fy natin 345. So that is only 35. But actually, you can, by just seeing this, by just looking at this web, sobrang payat niya na mahaba, no? So, slender siya. Okay, sinadya lang natin talaga itong gawing slender kasi sobrang unti ng W section sa standards na na nagiging slender. Okay. So at the same time, built up na siya. Para at least you recall how to get the section properties. So as you can see here, greater than siya doon sa ating limiting ratio. So therefore, this is slender. Okay? So we have to solve for QA. Pag may with slender element. So lang, tingnan natin bakit may QS tsaka Q na dito, QA. Okay, so let's look at the section. Okay. Kasi, dahil may slender elements na tayo dyan. Okay, so tayo dito, compressive strength for flexural without pag walang slender elements. Nasaan yung with slender elements? Wala yan dito, so without. So pupunta kayo dito class, sa pinakadulo pa, 505. Okay, 505.7. Okay. Unfortunately, this code was not yet not yet updated. Mas madali kasi ito sa AISC, no? But we have to discuss kasi class yung yung NSCP since siguro aralin niyo na lang to pag nagde-design na kayo. But I think isusunod na dito. Ito kasi yung NSCP 2015, naka-base pa siya sa AISC 16 pa 16. Oo, 16 pa 16. Tapos ACE basta mostly sa AISC 16 siya. Ang latest na ngayon 22 na eh. Okay. Mas madali pagkuha dito pag slender elements. Tingnan niyo class yung yung member with slender elements. Tingnan niyo yung page niya, no? So ganito lang daw FNAE, kukunin mo lang yung AE. Ayun, tapos ganun lang siya. Big AE, area effective, kukuha ka lang ng BE. Tapos ito lang siya. Ganun lang kabilis class. Okay. Excluding hollow steel section. Okay. Tapos, pag hollow steel section, ganito. Tingnan nyo class yung NSCP, sobrang haba pa. Kasi dati pa ito yung code na to. Okay. So, unfortunately, we have to discuss this. Kasi this is your curriculum, NSCP 2015, no? Okay. So, tingnan nyo class, ang haba nung gagawin natin. may QA, may QA tsaka may Q ka pang solve. Okay? And then you have QS and then QA. So, ayan, paano sinasolve si QS? For unstiffened elements, nandiyan siya, mahaba yan. Okay, paano sinasolve si QA? Ito siya. Okay? Pero, kaya naman yung class dahil may provision, susundan lang natin to. Okay? Now, what is the difference between QA and QS? Pag solve ka kasi, tingnan nyo yung formula class pagka nandito na sa with slender elements. So that is 505.7. This section applies to compression member with slender section, which was discussed or defined doon sa 502.4 for uniformly compressed elements. So the formula, kamukha lang nung formula sa with slender elements. Kamukha lang yan, guys. Kamukha sa with slender. Ano lang nadagdag? Yung Q na to. Okay? Lahat ng Fy nilalagyan ng Q. Okay? So ito yung Fy, nandito lang yung Q. Tingnan niyo yung Fy may Q. Okay? So lahat basta makita mo yung Fy, lagyan mo siya ng Q. But how do we solve the Q? Q is equal to Qs times QA. 1.0 daw siya. Kapag compact and non-compact, yun yung nasa 505.3. 1 na agad yung, of course, no slender element eh. No? Without slender element, yung Q mo ay 1.0. Pero pag may slender element ka, Q is not equal to 0. So you have to solve the QS and QA. Okay? So, ano ba yung QS? Bakit mo siya sinosolve? Sinosolve mo yung QS kapag slender yung unstiffened element. Okay? Sinosolve mo siya kapag slender yung unstiffened. QS unstiffened. Okay? Ano naman yung QA? So, solve mo siya kapag slender yung stiffened. Kung may W section tayo, guys. Okay? So pag may W section tayo. Yeah. So, again, your flange is unstiffened. Okay? And then the web is stiffened. So, you just identify which of them are slender. If both are slender, so you have to solve the QS and QA. But, if one of them is compact, hindi mo na solve. Halimbawa, compact ang ating flange. Kapag compact yung flange, di ba yan ay unstiffened? Okay. Ang flange ay unstiffened. Pagka compact siya, hindi siya slender, QS is equal to 1. 1 na yung QS. Okay? Basta compact siya, compact yung element mo, 1 na yung Q mo doon. QA or QS. Kapag yung stiffened element naman ay naging compact, ito, no? Okay. So, ang stiffened element ay naging compact, hindi siya slender. You don't have to solve the QA. Ang solve mo na lang is, wala, 1.0 na to, yung QA. Okay. Pero kasi sa problem natin, guys, may isang slender dito eh. Ano yun? Ito, yung web. Kaya may nakalagay dito, solve QA. Pero ito, non-slender siya. Kaya QS is 1.0. Again, this is unstiffened element. Unstiffened. Kaya QS is 1.0. Ayan. Dito naman, para hindi ka malito sa QS at QA. May pangalan naman yan dito eh. Unstiffened element, QS. Okay. So, unstiffened flange, di ba? QS is 1.0 kasi non-slender. Hindi mo na kailangan solve yung QS. Dahil non-slender naman siya. Dito mag-solve tayo kasi slender siya. So, malala kapag parehas non-slender yan. Mahirapan tayo dyan, guys. Okay. Pero fortunately, lahat ng flange kapag standard ay non-slender. Sobrang ganda ng ginawa ng standard. No? Kasi wala ka nang susunod. Lahat naman kayo slender. Kaya nga, ginawa niya dito sa ASC. Yan na yung class. Ito na lang yung formula mo. Okay, sa ASC. Okay, slender element. So, tinan mo, web lang yung tinutukoy niya. Web. Kasi, ang may chance lang na maging slender na element ay web. Yung flange, never siyang magiging slender pag W section niya. No, usually kasi for calling, W section lang talaga yung ginagamit eh. Diba? Kaya ang ikli na lang ng ginawa niya dito. No? Ito lang, at page lang na to. Okay, dito sa NSCP, mahaba pa. No? Okay, so, dyan. So anyways, so, ayun, mahaba talaga gagawin natin dito guys. Wala tayong magagawa kasi, yan pa yung current codes. Okay? So, hopefully, so kasi sinabi nila, ilalabas na daw nila yung 2025, NSCP. I'm not sure kung anong pangalan ng NSCP na yon. Pero, as mentioned, ito daw yung reference. Sa, sa RCD or sa concrete ACI 318-19, dito, yung ASC 22 na yung reference nila. So I guess baka pangalan nun NSCP 2025. So hopefully ma-release nila this May kasi mga pangako ng ASEP last time May eh. So hanggang ngayon wala pa. So moving on. So yun, mapapasol talaga tayo ng Q dito. Okay, so of course, you have to compare KL over R. Okay. Solve muna natin yung Q kasi paano natin mako-compare yan kung wala tayong Q? Diba? Kailangan Q. And it should be less than 1.0. Yung Q na masasolve natin. Ito pala solve natin class, no? Q, A. QS, 1.0 na yan class. Ang answer natin dyan. Okay, QA na lang. So for QA, so ito ang formula natin. QA is the area effective over its area. What does it mean? Ano yung area effective? The summation of the effective areas of the cross-section based on the reduced effective width or BE. Okay. Mangyari kasi dito guys, dahil slender siya, lulundog siya. So parang liliit yung width niya or width no, yung haba. Width to thickness ratios yung haba niya. So dahil slender siya, ganyan siya. Originally, this is 380. 380 siya. So yung 380 na yan class, mababawasan. Okay, yun na magiging effective width. Yun yung BE. From originally na 380, mababawasan siya. So BE na lang. Okay. So, yun yung goal natin. Kasi, pag nasolve yung BE, okay, so, mas maliit yan doon sa 380. Okay, it should be less than. Okay, now, pag nasolve mo yung class, kunin mo yung bagong area. Dahil lumiit na yung BE natin, or yung B ng web. Okay, so, lilit yung area natin, tatawagin natin area effective, divided by the area. This is the total area of the member bago siya maging slender, or the area of the cross. Paano daw sinosolve yung BE? Okay, ito medyo may iteration to or pabalik-balik sa code. Pabalik-balik na section. So, if B over T is greater than 1.49, na-check naman na natin ito kanina. So, ayun yun, no? 1.49. Yan yun, B over T. B. Ito yung thickness mo. It's greater than 1.49 T over Fy. Okay. So, except for flanges of square and rectangular section uniform. So, your BE must be 1.92 T square root of E over F. 1 minus 0.32 B over T square root of E over F. F class is taken as FCR with FCR calculated based on Q 1.0. So, yung F kasi natin is FCR. So, magsisolve muna tayo ng FCR. Saan? Anong formula ng FCR natin? Balik tayo dito. Okay. Saan ba may FCR yan? Okay. Ayan no, may FCR. This is the formula for FCR. Pero yung Q daw, iwa 1.0 muna natin. Okay. So, nag-iterate tayo. No? Or, gagamitin natin the equation by just using 1.0 muna. Ayan no, minention yan dito class. No? Okay, so by taking Q as 1.0. So solve muna natin si FCR. Okay? Pero bago mo solve si FCR, you have to compare KL over R. Diba? Dito. So yung Q mo ulit, 1.0. Okay, so again, yung Q muna natin, set ng 1.0 to solve for FCR. Kailangan natin yan para sa BE. Okay, sige game, solve the slenderness ratio kasi compare natin doon sa 4.71 na ang Q ay 1.0. Or we're just using 505.3. Sa 505.3 kasi walang Q doon. Parang ganun lang. So use 505.3 to solve FCR. Parang yun yung gustong sabihin ni code. Okay. So, okay, KL over RX. Bakit ito RX ang ginamit natin? Okay. Actually, dalawa pala. Kahit ito na lang, ito yung critical kasi ang kailangan mo dito, class. So, mas critical naman to. Pero sige, compare na lang natin. No? So K, anyway, this is pin supported, hinge at top and bottom. So, wala naman tayong support. So, weaker axis. So, on the entire length must be 4.5 or 4,500 millimeters. So, wala naman siyang support sa weaker axis or any axis of your pin. So, both axes, ang length niya is 4,500. So, top and bottom ay parehas hinge. So, pin-pin. So, 1.0 yan, no? Yung K natin dyan. So, KL over RX. We store this value at C. Kanina. I guess ito yon. Okay, so. The answer mo dyan is 23.827. Okay, and this one naman, KL over RY. Tama naman siguro yung gamit natin dyan, 188. Okay, so, ayan. RX. So, bakit 188? Mali. Sorry. So, wala. Check 52. So, 23 ang RX. KL over RX. So, obviously, mas slender to, yung KL over RY. Bakit? Kasi ano siya, no? Mas maliit yung moment of inertia niya eh. Mas maliit yung RY niya. So, mas slender yung y-axis. Okay, at y-axis, mas slender siya. In terms of column, no? Okay, so, this will be the critical slenderness ratio, 86.363. So, we can pair that to the value of 4. Okay, so, ayan. We compare, isa-set muna natin to class ng 1.0. Okay, we compare the KL over R, critical. You store this value at E pala. Okay, so, QS, recall na natin QS is 1.0. Okay, then we are going to solve the QA galing dito. Area effective over the area. Okay, so to get the area effective, you need the PE, and then the PE requires FCR, or require F, wherein F is FCR from Q is 1.0. So ito 1.0 lang natin. Then we compare KL over R. Okay, so 4.71, wala nang Q ha, kasi 1.0 naman na yun. So this one is 113. You just compare this. KL over RY. This is the critical slenderness ratio, no? Sa y-axis natin siya nakita. So, 86 is less than 113. No? Of course, dahil less than, ito gagamitin natin, FCR. Pero yung Q, 1.0, yung Q is 1.0. Okay. So, governs FCR, or yun yung magiging F natin, 0.658 Fy over T. Okay. Times Fy to class, no? It should not be Fe. It should be Fy. Kalit lang. Substitute, no? Okay. Anyway, Fe pala. Anong gagamitin natin Fe dito? Kasi may Fe din siya. Okay. So, ang gagamitin natin Fe is yung galing pa rin doon sa 505 kasi parang gumagamit lang naman tayo ng 505.3 eh. So, we are going to use 505.3 dash 4. Ito yun. Ito yung formula doon. Okay. So, 5 pi squared. Okay. Pi squared E over KL over R squared. Kasi yung Q natin 1.0 eh. So, technically, yung FE natin galing lang din sa 505.3. So, if we're going to look at the FE, okay, doon sa 505.3. So, ito yun. Ito yun, 505.3. Ito yung FE. Okay. So, yan yung gagamitin lang natin. The formula for the Euler's buckling stress. Ito na tayo. Tayo dito, guys. So, yeah, let's solve the FE. So, FY ito, nagkamali lang substitute. Okay. Pero tama naman yung sagot dito, guys. Pi squared E over kailangan ng FE dito, no? KL over R. Yung KL over R class, yung critical slenderness ratio. Ha? So, about y-axis yung nakuha natin. So, itong KL over R, we store this at E. Okay, kaya inilagay ko dito, class. So, gawin ko na lang siyang green later, no? Okay. So, ayan. Answer is 264. May F ba sa calculator? May F pa. So, medyo marami tayong store dito, no? May F ba dyan? Ay, so far may F naman dyan, no? Okay. So, FE, so balik tayo dito sa F. Yan. So, 0.658 Fy over F. Fy natin is 345 megapascal. Fe natin, store natin sa F. Then Fy. So, your F is in megapascal din. So, 199.921. Okay, store natin sa G. May G pa. Wala pa lang G. Ano yun? M na lang. Okay, M na lang to, guys. Joke lang itong G. Or pwedeng numbers 1. Store nyo sa 1. Pwedeng mag-store sa number class no, using your Canon calculator. Oh, 150. Store mo to siya. Store mo sa 1. Ayan, nasa 1 na siya. Pag tatawagin mo siya, recall 1. Ayan, 50. So, times 2. So, 5 times recall 1. Nandiyan siya nakastore. No? You can store sa number, no? If you're using Canon. But if you're using Casio, itong ano lang yung letters lang. So, basta store nyo yan class, no? Yung mga values na yung mga intermediate solution natin. So, now, okay. Actually, we have to check pa kung kasi dito no for uniformly compressed cylinder, applicable lang daw tong formula na to if B over T is greater than 1.49 E over F. Yung F pala dito no is FCR, no, taken as 1.0 from Q. Okay. Pero mostly applicable naman siya class no if you are solving the BE. Okay, pero let's justify na lang or compare B over T. Is that greater than 1.49 E over F? Okay, so ito class B over T. We're referring to the ano no, to the web here. Kasi we are solving for QA. If you're solving for QA, it was always the web of the I, letter I. Laging web yan class, no? So to get the B over T width to thickness ratio, width yung total length niya times the thickness. Okay, we compare this to its limiting value 1.49. So, 1.49 E over Fy. So, answer mo dito, 47. Okay, so far, greater than naman siya. B over T sa 1.49. So, therefore, this is applicable. If not, if this is not applicable, so therefore, you don't have to solve for the BE. Okay, ano magiging BE natin? Wala. B pa rin. Okay. So, B pa rin. Ibig sabihin, walang nabawas. Hindi na-reduce yung length ng B. And take note, even this is applicable, may case kasi class na malaki yung makukuha mo dito. If you still continue, no? If you still continue solving this, whether it is not satisfied, kapag hindi siya na-satisfied, and then you still continue solving it, ang solve mo na B dyan is greater than B. And that is not allowed by the code. Imagine mo, yung original mo na B, okay, 380, tapos ni-reduce mo siya, lumaki pa. Hindi pwede yun. No, dapat mas maliit sa 380 ang makukuha mo dyan, class. Kapag lumaki sa 380, lumaki sa B, edi use yung original na dimension. Or simply say, walang na-reduce. Pag walang na-reduce na area, okay, same pa rin yung numerator at saka denominator mo. Anong babagsakan na value ng QA? 1.0 pa rin kung wala man lang na-reduce doon na area. Okay? So, anyway, this is applicable kasi greater than naman yung B over T. So, let's apply the formula. Okay, dito. 1.92 T. Yung T na tinutukoy dito is the thickness of the web. Okay? Thickness ng web in class. B over T, yun yung ratio ng width ng web, yung 380 na given, at saka yung 6 mm na thickness niya. Okay, so let's substitute. E is the modulus of elasticity, 200,000. And then you store this value. Okay, so, yeah, 1.92, 6 ang thickness, 200 over G. So, ano to, kayo na bahala ko sa inyo i-store to, G na to. Basta ayan to yan, yung F. 1 minus 0.34 B over T, square root ng E over M. Okay, so, BE ay ito. So far, lumabas naman, mas maliit. So, ibig sabihin, nabawasan yung area natin. Yun na lang yung effective length nito. Okay, so may BE na tayo, guys. So we can now solve the area. Again, pag lumaki to sa 380 you have to use 380 pa rin. Okay, so pwede na natin kunin yung area effective. Ano ba ibig sabihin ng area effective, no? Okay, so ito lang naman tatandaan nyo dyan, class. From originally 380, lumiit siya. Okay? So, ito yung cross-section natin, no? Ito yung flange, compact siya. Compact din yung flange. Yung web ay slender. Pag slender yung web mo, liliit yung area. Ito na lang siya. Kumbaga, lumiit na lang yung length niya. Okay, ito, parang wala na siyang ambag doon sa ating cross-section. Nabawasan. Ito yung BE, guys. Ang gawin mo, kunin mo lang yung area nito. Yun yung area effective. So, paano mo siya kukunin? So, ako, ang technique ko, kunin ko na lang yung butas na to. Okay, paano mo ba makuha yung butas na yan? E di, B minus BE, yung length nito. Tama ba? B minus BE, yung length niyan. O, tapos may thickness ka ng web dito. Kunin mo yung area niyan. So, ito po yun. Okay, so kinuha ko lang yung mga parang nawala dito na area. Okay, so, and then minus ko sa area of the cross. Okay? So that is the area effective. Of course, mas maliit yan doon sa area ng gross. Okay? So, ayan, ano makuha natin dyan sa good class? You have the area of the gross. Okay? So, you have the BE, okay, 302. Area of the gross is, saan yan? So, 12280. So, bawasan natin yung mga nangyari na butas dito, guys, no? Due to the reduced area, reduced width. So, from B, so we have 380, minusan lang natin ng 302.498. Okay, times the thickness of the, okay, web. Web dapat, thickness of the web is 6 mm. So, this will be the area effective natin. 118. Okay, 149. 88. Siguro dahil sa stored values so long. So, ayan, area effective. Pwede na natin makuha yung Q. Formula natin ng Q, guys, ay this one. Okay. Area effective over the original area. Okay. So, let's solve. Area effective over the original area. So we have 114.97 over the original area of the gross. So without the reduced area. So again, your QA and yung QS man should be always less than 1.0. And I'll have the QA and my QS ka, yung QS class ng 1.0 kasi flange or the unstiffened element is non-slender. Pag slender din yan, so solve pa yan, class. Okay, so therefore, solving Q, Q is the QA times QS. So QS natin is 1.0. So Q is just 0.96. Okay, so pwede ka na ngayong mag-solve ng PN. Makukuha na natin yung totoong value ng ito kasi may Q na tayo at yung totoong value ng FCR Kasi may Q na rin tayo dito, guys. Okay, so let's substitute. So, may Q na tayo, no? Now, 0.962. So, your answer here is, ayan, no? Nilagay mo na dito yung Q. Laging katabi ni FY yung Q. So, ayan. So, 86 pa rin naman to. Ayan, 363. So, that is less than. So, therefore, ito ang gagamitin nating formula for FCR. Okay? Kailangan pala natin ng FE dyan. Okay? So, to solve the FE, kailangan natin FE. Okay? Nasolve na natin kanina yan eh, yung FE. Going back, hindi naman siya affected eh ng calculation natin. Tingnan yung class, no? Itong FE, hindi naman siya affected ng Q. So, wala siyang kinalaman, no? Doon sa mga nangyaring changes or yung FCR lang magbabago dito. No? Kasi FCR dito kanina, ito yung parang ito yung naging FCR natin eh. Okay, yung Q is 1.0. Pero FE no, is not affected. So yung ano yung FE kanina, ito pa rin yung FE natin, class. Okay? So, nakastore pa rin dito, FE natin. So may Q Q 0.658 Q FY over FE times DFY. Okay? Or pero mas madali, para mas madali tandaan, QFY, tabi mo na lang lagi, no? QF. So answer dito FCR is 196.366. Almost malapit lang naman doon sa Q kanina. Pero that's still a discrepancy. Kasi yung Q kanina, yung ano, yung FCR kanina guys, ito, ano, ito yung FCR 199, di ba? Tapos ngayon, ano na naging FCR? Nabawasan, 196 na lang. Kasi may reduction eh. Ayun, no? So, malapit lang naman kasi 0.962 tsaka kanina yung Q ginamit is 1.0. So with that, we can now solve. Since less than to, no? Less than. Kailangan natin gamitin formula. Ayun na pala. May FCR na tayo. So ginamit natin kasi less than yun. So we now solve the PN. FCR H. Okay, so let's solve. Okay, the value of PN, that is just FCR, area of the gross. Okay, so area of the gross is 12280. So the PN is, answer is 2411.373 kilonewtons. Wait, di pa pala tayo tapos. No? Kasi flexural buckling pa lang to. Pero pa tayong torsional, flexural. So anyway, actually, hindi pa dapat natin talaga kunin yung LRFD tsaka AST kasi as per code, it should be the PN lower, it should be the PN na mas mababa between the two limit states. Kasi we have to check the flexural and the torsional flexural. Dalawa kasi yung limit state natin. Ito, flexural buckling pa lang yan, class. Hindi pa natin na-solve yung torsional and flexural. Okay?